Hi, this is Alan Shea with our Society Show tonight, and we have one of the most incredible artists and one of the honorees tonight, Mr. Mickey Stevenson, and he is just, you still look like you're 29. What's the secret?
29? Oh, I love this guy. Yeah, artist. You know, I'm really not an artist. I'm a producer and a writer. And I had the pleasure, by the grace of God, to discovering great artists. And I say that by the grace of God because it is a gift that was given me. Like you got your gift and he has his gift. My gift was discovering or finding talent and helping them get to the place where they belong in the industry.
Well, speaking of talent, because you know you have such a list of artists, why don't you share with the viewers so they can see some of the different artists that you've worked with in the past, and give them a little background of how young you are and when you get started in this industry.
Well, fortunately, the youth part is also a gift because I'm up there. If Motown has lasted 65 years, and I was there in the beginning, I wasn't 2 years old when I started. So any number you want to come up with, I'll accept it.
Well, we want you to share some of that history and give us some insight on some of the great artists that you've produced, you've worked with, and certainly someone who really inspired you to just add to that great legacy of songs and time period that the viewers is going to enjoy.
Well, let me say this. I wrote a book called The A&R Man, Motown's first, Mickey Stevenson, A&R Man, so it's out there. Now, in that book, I explain and I say how I had the gift of finding some talent such as Stevie Wonder, the Four Tops, Martha Reeves, the Funk Brothers, One at a Time, I can go on and put the producers and writers together. That was my responsibility, and Berry Gordy let me do it without question, which was the most incredible thing. Whatever and whoever I brought in, he would say to me, "You think this guy's he's got it?" I say, "He has the gift." He said, "Okay, we sign him," and that was incredible. So that was all, and I say this again, that was all God's doing, because who are we? We're just human beings. So when these gifts are given to us, and they're there for a reason, so that we progress. This company lasted like over 65 years and still going. But imagine all the wonderful young people that got the idea that, hey, if Motown can do it and they can do it, I can do it. So more entrepreneurs develop their gifts and talent from watching us make it happen. And that was the joy of this whole thing. See?
So why don't you share before we let you go, because you got all this rich history. What would you share with the young folks to get prepared for, considering the next chapter with technology, but yet being able to retain the history?
I would say to them, you have 24 hours of a day. 8 you sleep, 8 you work. Make that other 8 count for what your dream and your aspirations are all about. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Use it.
Wow, we appreciate it. And you see it, you got your words of wisdom tonight from Mr. Mickey Stevenson himself, the legend.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right.
As one of the architects of the sound of young America, he discovered musicians, he wrote hit songs, and he produced superstars. Mickey Stevenson, Motown's first A&R man.
Motown's 50th anniversary celebration was not about the stars, Diana, Stevie, Smokey, Lionel, the Temptations, etc., but about the people who made the stars, the unsung heroes. And Mickey Stevenson leads the list.
Mickey Stevenson is my brother. He has not received his props as someone who has contributed so much to the musical world. Mickey ended up becoming our first A&R director at Motown. Mickey went around to little clubs in Detroit and one by one gathered the guys who became the Funk Brothers.
The Funk Brothers created that unmistakable sound that launched 1,000 hits.
And we did not make hit records for white people. We did not make hit records for black people. We made hit records for everybody on the planet.
I think about the time that I came to Motown, the producers, as one we have here tonight today, Mickey Williams Stevens, who was one of the first people that I met when I came to Motown.
Yeah, Mickey!
Mickey was the one who convinced Marvin to start singing rhythm and blues. And he and Marvin wrote this song called Stubborn Kind of Fella. I guess it was probably about Marvin, because Marvin was a stubborn kind of fella.
Mickey turned out to be the greatest A&R man ever. He wrote, produced, brought in musicians like the Funk Brothers, brought my attention to Little Stevie Wonder. He even brought in a pizza delivery guy who was a writer who wrote the biggest standard song we had, a song called For Once in My Life. His name was Ron Miller.
We were dedicated to getting the best out of those that we signed to this company. And that meant all of us. I'm talking about from the producers to the writers. We were working at our best to give them the best so they could be the best. It was a phenomenal feeling. It became a family-type feeling. That was, I guess that was part of the dream of Berry Gordy. We all bought into that dream.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, Mickey. The California Jazz and Blues Museum, Barbara Morrison, founder and president, and Los Angeles City Council President Emeritus Herb J. Weston Jr. congratulate William Mickey Stevenson on your lifetime of achievements in the world of music and entertainment. We induct you on this 16th day of September 2020 into the California Jazz and Blues Museum Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, please show a round of applause for brother William Mickey Stevenson.
Thank you, thank you. I just want you to know that it's all God's doing, all right? We all got gifts. God gave all of us gifts, some 2 and 3 gifts. And mine, I found out later, was to find talented people and pull the best out of them that I could do. And I never got questioned about it by Barry. My deal was, when I took this job, that I only spoke to one person, and that's him. And for some reason, the Lord let it be that he never questioned me. So I went from finding artists to finding musicians to finding choreographers to finding light men, sound men, whatever it takes to make us as great as we could be. And I want to thank Barbara. She knows every word of this is true. So again, I'll take the applause, but it really belongs to the Lord. Thank you very, very much.
The downs have been few. I guess you could say that I've been lucky. Oh yes, please, you've been lucky. And I guess you could say that it's all because of you. Yeah, if anyone should ever write my life story, for whatever reason there might be, you'll be there between each line and glory. Oh yes you will, 'cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me. There have been times when times were hard, but we always, somehow, we made it through. 'Cause for every moment I spent hurting, there were moments spent, ooh, just loving you. Yeah, if anyone should ever write my life story, for whatever reason there might be, oh, you'll be there between each line of fading glory. 'Cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me. Hey, you're the best thing ever happened to me. Oh, you're the best thing ever happened to me.